Welcome to Pario magazine, where I chat with individuals who have a desire to create. Today is a first, as I'm joined by a set of twins who share a passion for the creativity across a range of fields, whether that's sports, reality TV competitions, pageants, and now the movie industry. Welcome to Pario magazine, Lauren and Nicole Peters.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
My pleasure. So we're here today to chat about your creative journey and how it's led you towards acting, particularly in the upcoming thriller film Twin Lies. Before we dive into that, though, do you want to give our audience a little introduction as to who Lauren and Nicole are away from the spotlight?
100%. Want to take it away? Okay, well, obviously we're twins, if you haven't guessed it. But yeah, so aside from the spotlight, we do love acting, but we have a whole myriad of different interests that we love to do. We love being adventurous. We'll never say never say no to anything, basically. But yeah, we just love a whole broad range of fields, whether it's acting, sports, academics, everything. And yeah, we like to have fun. Yeah, so we've been acting actually since we were 9 months old. We've done a bunch of movies together, separately, TV shows, commercials. We're on Team Canada for their national water skiing team, actually. So we're big athletes. Yeah, we competed in Miss Universe Canada. And fun fact, we also wrote our LSAT, and we keep getting into law school, but we're just pushing it off because of some acting stuff that we currently have on the go. Yeah, and then we're from Toronto, Canada, but we packed up our Mini Cooper and drove down to LA about 2 years ago and live down here now.
Brilliant. Very, very broad range of things there, like sports all the way up to law. That's pretty diverse range of things.
Oh, and then I missed it, actually. We also just competed in the Amazing Race Canada, and so that's airing all this summer.
Awesome. And just before we go any further, Lauren and Nicole, which is which?
Okay, so I'm Lauren, and I'm Nicole. Okay, I mean, great. Who knows? We could be lying. I know, we could lie, and you guys wouldn't know, but I swear, I promise.
Have you ever done that to anyone? Just swapped?
Oh. All the time. I think if you're a twin and you don't do that, then you're not like capitalizing on being a twin. You got to.
So as we mentioned, you're interested in a wide range of fields, particularly like you mentioned, the water skiing and the acting. Which of those passions came first, the sports or the acting?
That's tough. We love them both. And both came from a very early age, but just based on the facts, acting came first. We started when we were 9 months old. Yeah, so. Our first role was actually at 9 months old. We both played a baby boy in a big movie because we had no hair. But water skiing shortly after. We were probably in the water at like a year old.
Did that passion sort of come from family? Were your family big into the sort of skiing world?
Yeah, so in acting, we have no family in acting. That was just our own thing. And then skiing, we have our grandparents had a cottage on a lake in Canada. So we grew up just going there every single summer.
Great. Is there a competitive between each other? And is that helpful sometimes?
There definitely is a bit of a competitive sort of nature and vibe between us, but I think the right amount. So we definitely are competitive, but I think we push each other to do even better. Like growing up, we would run cross country together, but we'd be running side by side, same stride going on, and push each other to basically be our best. And then and then also just to touch on that, for acting, we oftentimes were auditioning against each other for the same role. So I'll like be her reader and I'll help her with audition while I'm right after her auditioning for the exact same role. But it's definitely a good competition between us. For sure.
What's that like when you are competing for the same role?
It's definitely interesting. It's hard because we help each other audition, and it's like I want her to do a good job and like send in an amazing audition tape, but at the same time I'm like, oh, like not too good though, because I still want mine to be a tiny bit better. But at the same time, it's like we both make sure each other's are great because we do act differently as well. When we do send an audition, when we do kind of take on a character, we both take it on quite differently. So at the end of the day, it's not even really a direct competition. Yeah, and I think we always just believe, everything will work out. Like if I get this one, she'll get the next one, or we'll just get a twin one.
Do you think it's also a bit of a competitive advantage too, where you're kind of rehearsing both sides of a particular role that you might then go and audition for?
I I definitely
sure,
think
yeah.
it is. And then I'm seeing, yeah, like when I'm practicing with her and I'm reading the other lines, I'm seeing different things. You know, I'm picking up on, yeah, different nuances, different ideas, different beats. Whereas if I wasn't doing that, yeah, maybe I wouldn't. Yeah, I think it definitely allows us to just like delve into it even further than what you would if you weren't doing that.
And then sort of personally as well, is it helpful to have someone that's going through the exact same experiences when you sort of either get a role or somebody else gets the role instead?
Yeah, I definitely think it is because we can like bounce stuff off of each other. And like if like, for instance, shooting Twin Lies that just released a couple of days ago, we shot that together and we were pretty much every day on set together. So these long days, we have each other to, you know, keep us motivated, keep us entertained, and just, yeah, really just go through the exact same process, which is definitely helpful. Yeah, and it makes it fun.
And sort of as we shift to the acting world, sort of relatively early in your careers, you had roles in Netflix's Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story, alongside Jerry Seinfeld and Melissa McCarthy. And then you also played a young Blake Lively in A Simple Favor. How were those experiences?
Oh, they were incredible. Yeah, unreal. Yeah, obviously the cast and crew were just stacked, and like it was super cool. And yeah, first off, be able to play young Blake Lively was incredible. They were really cool characters, and again, the cast and crew was amazing. And then same thing with Unfrosted, a totally different vibe, a comedy versus more so a thriller. But it was super fun to play the iconic Doublemint twins. So that was just like a really fun role. And then I'd say the A Simple Favor, young Blake Lively role really was after that. That's what kind of pushed us to make the move to LA and just head down here and like fully go for it. Yeah, and it's been kind of nice. Again, like we do single stuff as well, but all of these have happened to be twin roles as well. So it's worked out.
Is that sort of something you have to kind of get over in Hollywood as well? Like, yes, we are individual people. We are not just the twins.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think it's too hard. I think it kind of works out because maybe we might get noticed because we're twins, so that helps put us out there. But then, of course, like once you get to know us and actually see our work, you can see that we can do both. You know, we can do the twin stuff, but we can also do our own sort of thing, which like we have too. We have done projects on our own as well. So yeah, I don't know.
What were some of the biggest lessons you took away from your time on those previous films?
Oh, I don't even know. I think it's just nice to be able to learn from people around you, like see the other cast who are extremely like have done a million roles and have been in this forever and see how amazing they are is definitely inspiring. And just being on set, I don't know, it kind of just like lights like a fire like within me to just like it just motivates me. Like I love being there and it just excites me for what the future holds. Yeah, no, I was just gonna agree. I was gonna say I feel like we've learned from so many other actors on set, especially the movies with the very, very big, well-known actors. We've learned so much from them. And again, to touch on what you said, when Nicole and I are doing like an acting role, we're like the happiest girls in the world. It's the one thing that totally just like motivates us, gets us dialed in, and just gets us most excited. So
it's like it's work, but it's not really work, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
So then with the latest film, Twin Lies, it sees you sort of taking on your next big step in acting, taking on leading roles. Before we discuss that a bit more, do you want to describe the film and the roles you took on?
Yeah, so it's juicy. Like it's really it has an exciting storyline to it. But so yeah, we're the two lead characters in it. So it's starring twins, obviously. And one of them is the dream daughter. So that's her. She seemingly has this perfect life, nice car, nice clothes, engaged to get married. And I dropped out of law school, working as a barista. I'm just like a hot mess. But what we find out is that she actually is an escort for high profile individuals, but is trying to phase out of this business because she's engaged and begs me to go in for her. But then I go in and all these things pop up. FBI gets involved. The client ends up being someone I kind of know from set. There's a lot of stuff. I can't tell too much, but it's definitely juicy. It's definitely suspenseful. It's a thriller, but there is quite like a comedic touch to it as well. So it's very entertaining, I'd say. Not being biased.
Awesome. Do the characters sort of vibe with you personally as well? Like the good favorite child and the bad child type deal?
Well, I'm the favorite.
Well, of course,
no.
I'm the dream daughter. It kind of makes sense.
No.
But we actually, through the audition process, we actually auditioned for both twins. So there's 3 big scenes for each of the twins. We did both. And the network ended up choosing which twin, I guess, ultimately they saw more as the part. But after we did it, and after we really kind of became these characters and spent the time filming, I am quite happy with who we ended up playing.
For sure. No, but it definitely was cool because we've switched places before, not to the extent of the stuff that happens in the movie, but it definitely had some sort of similar realities.
And what was it like taking on that lead role for the first time? Was that a bit of a daunting prospect, or was it more of an exciting new challenge?
I'd say more exciting than daunting. We never looked at it as daunting. It definitely was a ton of work.
Yeah, it was exciting, but a lot of work. Like, they hand us the whole script, and it's like, not like, oh, you have a few scenes within the whole script.
It's and you don't have a few months to prep.
Yeah, the whole script is you. And you got to do it super quick. You're filming every single day, basically a couple weeks in a row. But you just got to get it done. You just got to do
it. There's really no time to be scared or, you just got to do it, really.
Just send it.
And obviously the film revolving around twins, did that make it more confident going into the audition process?
Of course, we love when we get a twin audition. We're like, we got this. Like, we're twins. We've been twins.
And as soon as we read the character descriptions, we immediately felt, we're like, okay, this role, like, this is ours to lose. Like, this has to be ours. Which makes it more nerve-wracking when you get like a breakdown or you're auditioning for something that just seems so right for you. It definitely kind of makes just increases the pressure.
Yeah.
What was it like sort of going into an audition process for this film, competing against other twins? I imagine that's not a common occurrence.
It's hard because I always imagine, I'm like, wait, are there actually other twins out there? But of course there are. But yeah, it's hard because you just can't really think about the competition. You just got to go in, do your best job. I know, sure, there may be other twins out there, but are there other twins that both do acting? I mean, maybe 2, but also maybe not as many. And then just remember that we look how we look. We're
bringing something unique to the table. But they auditioned a lot of people, a ton of twins for this, but they also auditioned single people as well. And they were trying to maybe match up 2 people or double a person. So there was a lot of people auditioning. But yeah, ultimately you can't really think about that because you're going to drive yourself insane.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is there a sort of a little community for twins in Hollywood, or is that not a thing?
I mean, we're not part of it if it is a thing.
Yeah, what?
But I don't think it's a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. We should make it a thing, maybe.
Maybe we'll look into that. But
yeah, I feel like it'd be a good thing to have other people to sort of bounce experiences off and learn from.
Yeah. And we've definitely met a fair share of twins as well, just through other twin auditions and commercial auditions, stuff like that.
And then the last thing, you mentioned competing in the Amazing Race Canada. How was that experience? I imagine that's like the dream audition, dream role for me.
Unreal, just unreal. It's we've always had a competitive nature, and we will never give up. We'll keep going, but it was a lot. Physically, mentally, emotionally, it definitely was a lot. It was just unreal because Nicole and I thrive off of that. I feel like our normal life, we're running around everywhere, we're figuring stuff out, but it's a lot of stress, and it's not made up. You are actually racing, you're actually doing all of these challenges. It's so physically, emotionally, mentally, just very stressful, the whole thing.
We definitely found it helpful though, because since we're twins and we're so close, and I think we always know what each other's thinking. So it's we save so much time communication wise. We already knew each other's next step or each other's thought, and we could be really quick with it. So we definitely kick some butt. The season's still airing, but
we can't say too much.
Yeah.
But.
Does the Amazing Race Canada go all over the world, or is it just confined to Canada itself?
So they have a few. This is their 10th season. They've done some internationally, but the one we did was just all through Canada.
Okay. Nice experience to sort of go and see some places that you might not have gone to otherwise.
Totally. We actually haven't really explored much of Canada until the Amazing Race. So it was super nice to get to travel around, do some crazy things, and do it with your twin sister. Yeah.
And I guess nothing will ever be as hectic as that experience moving forward.
No, everything's easy compared to that.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So then, lastly, looking to the future, is there a dream role that each of you would like to land at some point?
Oh, there's so many dream roles, but I think our main one that we kind of got our like eyes set out for right now is there's a Baywatch, a new series coming out, a reboot, I believe on Fox. And since we both obviously have done acting forever and are super into the water sports, we're like that would be our dream.
That's definitely on the vision board. We're trying to manifest that. But yeah, two identical twins on Baywatch, that would be 100% our next dream role.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Putting it out into the universe. So fingers crossed.
I know. And we're Canadian. Pamela Anderson, who is the original Baywatch, she's Canadian. It kind of makes sense.
Yep, definitely makes sense. Alrighty, so finally, where is the best place for people to support you and track your creative journey moving forward?
So yeah, we definitely post all over. We're always posting about our life and such. But yeah, probably Instagram or TikTok.
My Instagram is Lauren Peters _XO.
And mine's Nicole Peters XO.
And then we also have a twin Instagram, which is the Peters Twins. And then a twin TikTok, which is Peters Twins. Yeah.
Great. And then the Twin Lies movie, that's on Tubi?
Yeah. So the Twin Lies movie is on Tubi. That was where it's released first a couple of days ago. And it'll be on Crave and some other platforms in the fall, I believe. But Tubi right now.
Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me, and good luck with everything. Hopefully we'll see you on a new season of Baywatch coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Thanks so nice to chat with you as well.